Hey guys, what's going on? Brandon Vitro here, and in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to build your credit score from zero. So if you've never had a credit card or any type of credit, maybe you just turned 18 or maybe you've always used a debit card, we're going to talk about how you can start building credit in the next couple of days, and I'll tell you exactly how I was able to build my credit from 0 to 700 in only 2 months. So the thing is, with no credit, the problem is that you can't apply for a credit card. So that's like the trick, like it's a catch-22. Like you want to build credit, so you need a credit card, but you can't get a credit card because you have no credit. And that's the issue that I ran into. I applied for a credit card and I got denied because I had no credit. So because you don't have any credit yet, you're going to have to start building credit in a different way than just getting a regular credit card. Now there's a couple different ways that I'm going to talk to you about in this video. And the first one is probably the most obvious, and that is the secured credit card. And there's another way called self-lender, which is also an option, and we're also going to talk about that in this video. But first, let's talk about secured credit cards. So this is actually what I did to start building credit, and I would say this is probably what most people do. And that's get a secured credit card and open it up and use it as a regular credit card in order to start building your credit. So if you're thinking of getting a secured card, here are some recommendations that I have for you. So the first thing I want to tell you is to put a large deposit on this card. So a secured card is basically a card that works like a regular credit card, except you have to deposit money. So what this means is that when you apply for the credit card, you can deposit anywhere from $50 to $1,000. And this is going to be your credit limit and how much money you're allowed to spend each month before your card gets maxed out. So the amount that you deposit is typically going to be your credit limit. And that's the amount of money you can put on the card before it gets maxed out. And the reason you have to put money there is basically as insurance for the credit card company. So if you don't pay your credit card and you never pay it off, they can use the money that you put in as a deposit to pay off your debts. Now you don't want to do this because that will destroy your credit. But if you deposit this money and you use your card responsibly, between 6 months to a year from now, you should get your deposit back and you can probably upgrade your secured card to an unsecured card. So, like I said, put as large of a deposit as you can afford to on this card. And this is going to help you build your credit faster because you have a larger line of credit and it's going to reduce your overall credit utilization rate. So what I would recommend is putting around $700 to $1,000 on your secured credit card. Now the next thing you want to do is look at the different secured cards that are available to you. So I have two of them. I have the Discover It secured card as well as the Capital One secured MasterCard. So the only secured card that I know of that you're able to get rewards points on is the Discover It secured card. And this is where you're basically getting free money just for using the card. So I have the Discover It card, and on my first year of using this card, I'm gonna get 2% cash back. So for every $1,000 that I spend on this card, I'm getting $20 for absolutely free. It doesn't cost me anything, and I know $20 may not sound like a lot to you, but for free money, that's pretty good. And in order to make this actually free money, all you have to do is just pay off your credit card in full at the end of every month, and now you're getting rewards just for using the card. And I did a little research before making this video, and it seems like the easiest secured card to get in the beginning is going to be a Discover card. And actually, it might be easier to go through your bank and get one. If you have Bank of America, they might have a Bank of America secured card, or whatever bank you use. But in terms of one of the big company names, I would say Discover is probably the easiest to get. And it's also the only one that I know of that gives you rewards points. And that's why I ended up going for that card. So if you're interested in getting the Discover It secured card, I have a link in the description. And if you use that link and you're one of the first 10 people to use that link, you will get $50 for free after your first purchase using your Discover card. Now, if you're not one of the first 10 people, the link will still work for you, but you won't get, $50, and I won't get $50. It only works for 10 people. But go ahead and try it out. You might get $50 for free. And I just wanted to let you know, that's available down there if you're interested. Now, the next tip I want to give you is if you have the money laying around, go ahead and get 2 secured credit cards. This is what I did to bump my score from 0 to 700, in less than 2 months. So I got my Discover It card and I put $700 on it. Then I got the Capital One secured card and I put $1,000 on that. And so once I got my Capital One card, my score went up to 700. And this is really good for 2 months. And I am continuing to grow it, every month. The next tip I have is to get an app like Credit Karma or Mint.com. There's also an app, Mint. And I have both of these. I check them like every day. And this will help you keep track of your credit card usage. These apps are great for kind of figuring out what you need to do to increase your score, what you're doing that's good, and they tell you what you're doing that's not good. And so, I've used these. I've learned a lot from these apps, and I would recommend them to you. They're completely free. They don't cost you anything. They basically make their money by offering you credit cards. So they'll say this credit card would probably be great. And if you sign up for that credit card, they get some money. So other than that, they're completely free. Now, like I said, credit card will tell you these things, but you always should pay your bill off in full at the end of every single month. This way, you are never paying any interest, and any rewards you're getting is actually free money. Another important thing is that you should not apply for a bunch of credit cards at once. And so the reason for this is every time you apply for a card, the company will do a hard pull, and this negatively affects your score. Now, it's usually only by a couple points, but still, if you're applying for a bunch of cards and you're getting denied, you're losing points on your credit score and you're not gaining anything. And never, ever, ever miss a payment. That is actually probably the most important thing when it comes to your credit score, is never missing a payment. So one trick that I have for you that you're able to do to build credit, pretty much doing nothing, and this is going to be putting a small charge on your card every month, an automatic charge, and then turn auto pay on your credit card on, and it's basically going to pay it off in full every month, and you never really have to do anything. And after 6 months to a year, the credit card company thinks you've used your card responsibly, and they're going to upgrade you to an unsecured card, and now you've built your credit up and you basically had to do nothing. Like what I did is on one of my cards, I put my Hulu subscription on there. So it's like a $15 charge every month, and I put my card on auto pay, so it automatically pays it. And so this is increasing my credit score every month. All I'm doing is letting it figure itself out. I do always double check just to make sure the payment went through. So I do recommend keeping an eye on it, but it is going to automatically help you build your credit. So now we're going to talk about the other option. And this is not a secured card. This is actually going to be something called Self-Lender. And this is a website. It's pretty new in terms of building credit, and it's a new way to build credit that does not involve any credit cards. So if you don't want to apply for a credit card, or you don't want any hard pulls on your credit history, you can use Self-Lender. They don't do any hard pulls, and it's going to help you build credit without a secured card, without any of that. What you can do is go ahead and open up a Self-Lender account, and this is something I'm actually doing right now as well. And this is an account where basically Self-Lender takes out a loan in your name, and they don't give you the money. They put it in a savings account, and each month you pay them a set amount of money. So they have different options ranging from $25 to I think $150. So I did one, I think it's like $48 a month. And after a year of paying off $48 per month, they give me back a lump sum of like $526, I think. I think it costs like $15 in order to start your account, but it's totally worth it to me just to build extra credit. And it looks as if you've taken out a loan and you've paid it off every month. And so I think this is a great way to do it. You're really not losing any money, and it's going to help you save money. So you're paying them every month, and then at the end, you get this big sum of money that, you can treat yourself, or you can put it in your savings account. It's really awesome, and it's just another way to save money and build credit. Self-Lender does report to all 3 credit bureaus, so it is really going to help you build your credit. And if you're interested in using Self-Lender, I do have a referral link in the description. And if you use that link, it'll really help me out and help out the channel. And so Self-Lender might be easier for people. Let's say they don't have $1,000 just to drop on a secured credit card, but maybe it's easier for them to put, $25 away every month towards Self-Lender, and then at the end they're going to get all this money back. And even at the end, when they get that money back, maybe they're able to put that into a secured credit card. or maybe they've built their credit up enough where they don't even need to use a secured card. They can just go straight into using a regular credit card. So if you are interested in building credit and credit cards and anything in that realm, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I make a lot of videos about this sort of thing. And I make videos about other stuff as well that you might find interesting. Basically anything that has to do with money, making money online, anything like that, I have videos on it. And if you have any questions about anything I talked about at any point in the video, go ahead and leave a comment. I guarantee you I will reply to it. And if I don't, I'm probably sleeping and I'll reply to it the second I wake up. If you have any questions at all, go ahead and leave a comment. And what I'm gonna do is respond to every single comment on this video. I always respond to all of my comments. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and comment and see if I respond. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you in any way, maybe it's gonna help you build credit, it would really mean a lot if you liked, commented, or subscribed, or if you did all three. That would be amazing. And if you're interested in checking out my online store, I sell a variety of products over there. Or if you're interested in making money on YouTube, I have a course for that. I have a lot of stuff in the description, so if you want to look at any of that stuff, check out the description. If not, that's totally fine. Maybe check out my YouTube channel. I make a lot of videos about money and talking about all that stuff. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.